Hey, what's up, guys? It's Larry, the mortgage guy, your mortgage insider. And the purpose of this video is to explain to you how to buy a home with 0% down. Now, of course, this product is involving the USDA Home Loan, which is a rural development home loan. And I'm going to give you 3 steps on what to do in order to make this happen. First, I'm going to explain to you how to look for this information yourself and see if you qualify. Number 2, I'm going to try to help you figure out if the home or the area you're looking for qualifies. And number 3, I'm going to tell you what the next step is in order for you to get pre-qualified with a USDA loan and what is the best route. So the first step I want you to do is to go to your browser, whether you use your phone or your computer, and you will go to a website, rd.usda.gov. Okay. And then when you go there, you'll see a couple of options, but I want you to go to I am looking for and click that and go to eligibility information. Okay. So once you go there, it's going to give you a few options. In order to get the most information possible, I want you to focus on single family housing direct. Now we'll talk about guarantee later, but I want you to focus on single family housing direct first. So you click that and you want to go to build or purchase a single family home. And then you click accept. And you click your state. In my case, I'm in Texas, right? And then you click your county. In my case, it's either Denton or Collin. I'm going to go and click Collin County, which is the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And you fill out this information here. Let's say you are married like myself with 3 children. So I'm going to put myself and my wife, and I have 3 minors, right? 3 children, 3 boys. And it's going to show me that I have 5 people in the household. Is a loan applicant or co-applicant at least 62 years or disabled? No. Are there any disabled persons living in the household? No. I predict that my annual property taxes in a rural area in the Dallas-Fort Worth area would be approximately $4,000. Could be more, could be less. Annual insurance, I approximate that to be about $1,200 or $1,200, so $100 a month. And no homeowners association dues for now. And I do not plan to get funds in any other shape or form, so I'm going to put no here. I'll click next. Okay, so let's pretend between my wife and I, let's say my wife doesn't work, I only make $5,000. No childcare expenses, I'm going to click next. So that's about $60,000 a year, okay? Let's pretend all I have is a car note of $500. And I click next. And it's going to ask me questions like, do I have any federal debts? Do I have tax liens? Let's pretend it's all no. Okay, no, 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 no. Okay, so click next. Oh, I'm missing one. Okay, click next. Once you click no or yes, whatever. And as you can see up here, it says this program appears to be a good fit, blah, 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 right? But it says appears to be a good fit, okay? And it's going to tell me what they think my annual household income is based on what I said, deductions, and they consider this being my adjusted income and what's the maximum, which is 94,000 in that county, right? So I'm at 58, so I meet the requirements, okay? They're guessing based on what I told them, my adjusted monthly income will be 4,880. I put 500 as my debts because that's my car note. And I guess tax and insurance would be 100 a month for insurance, and taxes probably, I don't know, 4,000 divided by 12, whatever that is. So they're telling me that the most I can purchase is 329,300. Obviously, you have to talk to someone directly in order to really know for sure, but this is what they're approximating, okay? Now, I want you to do me a favor. I don't know what your situation is. I don't know how much money you make or anything like that, obviously. So let's pretend your spouse actually does make income as well, the same as yours, right? So instead of only making $60,000 as a household, you make $120,000 as a household, okay? So let's go and click next. Everything else, I'm gonna leave the same. And you'll see here, it says this program does not appear to be a good fit. And you see how they have the income at 120,000 and then adjusted 118,000 is above the maximum adjusted annual income for the selected state and county, right? So my income based on what I told them is 9,880. And because of that, they don't allow me to have any kind of loan amount, right? So if you notice what I did was originally I put 5,000, which is $60,000 total a year. And they said it does appear to be a good fit. But when I doubled it from 5,000 to 10,000 a month, which is $120,000 a year, it says it does not appear. So it means that the single family housing direct income limit is too low for a family that makes approximately $120,000 a year. I want you to keep note of that, because the difference between direct and guaranteed is that guaranteed allows for a higher income limit. What I mean by that is the direct is going straight to the USDA, whereas guaranteed is going through a lender like myself, which is why in certain cases you might want to go with a lender and have them do the USDA loan instead of going direct. Okay, so this is what happens when you're going single family housing direct. Now, I want to show you what would happen if you were going to single family housing guaranteed. Before I do that, I want to show you something. So I want you to Google comparison USDA home loans direct versus guaranteed. And I like to go straight to the source, right? rd.usda.gov to get information. And then it will provide you an actual link to a PDF, right? I want you to focus on a particular detail that makes them different. You can read through all this, but there's one thing that I want you to really, really take note of. Right here, maximum income limits, okay? For direct, which is what I just showed you, the maximum adjusted household income is the low limit, okay? Low, right? Whereas here, guaranteed, the maximum adjusted household income is the moderate limit. So see, there's a difference right there, low versus moderate. So if you click this right here, you actually see the map, and I'm in Texas, right? So I'm gonna look at Dallas-Fort Worth area, okay? So look at all this. You see how it says low income right here? So this is the number they're looking at, right? The low income, okay? And this depends on how many people live. That's why the numbers are a little bit different here. But as you can see, low income is what they're focused on, okay? For direct, right? But if you go right here, let's go back to the comparison. And this says moderate, right? I'm gonna click the moderate section of this. Again, I'm in Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth area, which is like, I'm close to the Prosper area, Prosper Aubrey, which is like North Dallas. You'll see that it says moderate. See, the moderate is actually increased, right? So low is like 71.2 or 94,000, whereas moderate right here, it's 102,350, and right here is 135,100. Okay, so that's the key difference. So I'm going to prove that to you right now. Okay. So remember the assessment where we were at 120,000 and we, for the most part, were denied. This program does not appear to be a good fit, right? So you go to your single family housing guarantee. I want to go to income eligibility, right? I'm going to go to Texas. And you can, I'm in either Denton or Collin. I'm just Collin. And kind of the same information. We've got 5 people. Number of people who are under 18, right? Just make sure that's what it says. Yeah, so I got 3 under the age of 18. No and no. Okay. Now I'm gonna put, again, remember what got us denied was the fact that both people made $5,000. So that's a total $120,000. This one here, put 0 because it won't go forward without it. Press finish. And you see right here, applicant meets the income limits, right? So at this point, again, I'm making 120,000 adjusted. I'm making 118,560. So even though the number's the same, 120,000 on single direct, I didn't qualify. It wasn't a good fit. But on guaranteed, it looks like I meet the income limits. Okay, and this reflects the same exact thing that we saw on the charts, right? See, on direct, as you can see, 712,000 is the income limit if you have up to 4 persons, right? But in my case, I have 5, so it's actually 94,000. So if I make 5,000 and my spouse makes 5,000, we're above the limit because we're making 120,000, adjusted by 118. But because direct uses low income, but guaranteed uses moderate income, see right here, it says guaranteed loan right here. We're able to qualify at 102,350 between 1 to 4 persons, and 135,100 when it comes to 5 to 8 persons, which is this is situation right here. Okay, so that's the key difference between direct and guarantee, which is why in many cases you might want to go with a lender instead of going directly to USDA, because of the income limits are a little bit more flexible when it comes to the guaranteed loan. So the last thing you want to do is go to property eligibility, and it's going to give you a map of the United States. You can zoom in where you're at. I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm actually specifically in North Dallas, and you can see what is eligible. So anything, as you can see right here on the legend, ineligible is anything that's in the yellow or shaded area. What's not shaded is eligible. So I'm in this area right here. As you can see, Prosper, Celina, Savannah, Providence Village, Krum, Aubrey. I have clients that are in the Fort Worth area, so they would be looking at Argyle, Justin, Roanoke, right? Maybe you're in the south side of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. You might be looking at Ferris, Wilmer, right? Seagoville. I do have clients over here in the east side. So Fate, Roy City, Heath, Forney, right? So it's a very useful map, and it kind of gives you an idea of where you should be looking if you're trying to purchase with 0% down using the USDA loan. All right, so that's basically it. The last thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that there are different qualifying stipulations when it comes to the USDA loan, not just the income limit, but they also have a credit score requirement. Now, the truth matters, there's no minimum, but of course, in order to get an automated approval through the USDA's automated underwriting system, which is called GUS, you need to have at least a 640 credit score. Okay, so if you don't have a 640 credit score, you might have a little trouble. They might be able to go manually. For the most part, most people need to have an automated approval in order to move forward, and this is according to Experian when it comes to the USDA loan. Right? But yeah, like I said, the major things that I want you to focus on is the fact that you can look up to see how much you qualify for based on your income and household situation. It also considers the income of other people. So if you look at the details, if other people in the house make income, you have to add that as well. Because of that, there's an income limit. And when it comes to direct, they only allow the low income category, whereas guarantee allows you to be in the moderate income category, which is why in a lot of cases it might be better to go guaranteed or through a lender using the USDA loan. And there's also a few other nuances, but I just want to point out the major difference and why it might be an advantage for you to go guaranteed. And of course, in order to make sure that you're shopping in the right area, you can use the map that I showed you and find out what is eligible, what's ineligible. So that is one of the ways to purchase a home with 0% down. Hopefully you now know how to buy a home with 0% down. If you have any questions, you can always call me, text me, email me, whatever you like, or you can leave a comment, put your question below, and I'll try my best to answer it. Or you can sign up for my home buying class, homebuyerssecret.com, where I coach home buyers the process on buying a home and how to qualify and such. Or you can get more information by clicking one of the videos. I'm pretty sure I have a video linking to more information about buying homes at 0% down, as well as other loan programs. I really appreciate you guys watching. This is Larry, the Mortgage Guy, your mortgage insider. I'm out.